Well, hello everyone! I am finally back with a video, and today we are going to sculpt some French nails with these, starting out with this brillbird prep product. And I'm going to use brillbird's builder gels. This is called iron, and a white one of course for the French tips. And I will also use some light Elegance glitter gels and some glitters from brillbird, some loose glitters. And then I'm going to use some different polygels, some pink colors and some glitters. So let's start the mixing. And I'm also going to use my Reform gel brush. It's a number 6 and it's pointed. I really like that. And then I go in and file the nails, or just lightly buff it. This is an old file, so you only want to remove the surface shine. Do not put any pressure on the file. That is not necessary. That will only ruin your nails. So yeah, lightly buff it. And I already done an electric fine manicure to my cuticles, so my nails are nice and clean, my cuticles as well. And then I go in with the nail prep or dehydrator. And then I will go in with my primer and try not to get this onto your skin, because this can cause some allergies. And after this I will go in with the bond gel. I will only apply this in very thin layers, almost as thin as you can get it. And then I will cure that for 60 seconds. And then I go and use Venalisa's glitter gel 1208, I think. I only apply this around the cuticle area and with the fade, so that this will be a transition between the cuticles and the next application of the polygel. So this is just to have that little border with glitter. So then I go in with the 2 glitter gels from Light Elegance, and I also mixed some loose glitters into this. And I kind of start to do the same, just a little bit thicker application. This is going to be like the build layer on at least the half of my nail. So, and going to fade into the extended nail bed. And I'm taking a lot of time to place my glitters around, but it is not that necessary. Yeah, just fade it down and cure these. Wow, this girl is taking her time doing this, isn't she? It's so painful to watch yourself do this over and over and over again. And after the curing, I take my polygels and mix them together. And of course, place down the forms. These are Nail Mate from Glitter Planet, I think. These are really firm and sturdy. And just tapping this around after I have placed down the bead. And I use this brush here, but I quickly move over to using my orange wood stick, because it's really easy to get more of a sharp edge around the smile lines. As long as you dip that orange wood stick into alcohol, it is very easy to pat down the polygel. It does not stick to this. And just try to shape it from all angles. The smile lines really need to be perfect. When you know that this is perfect, you can do anything with a white gel on the tip, because even if it looks like a mess, you can file it down and it will look like a crisp smile line. So this is the important part. I also do add some glitter gel between the polygel and the glitter. So then I go in with the brillbird builder gel, because even though it doesn't look like it right now, I needed to build some extra apex. So I'm just building up the nail in the middle. And then cure it. And when all the nails are finished, I take off my form, because I need to really crispen up the smile lines. The nails here look so super chunky, and they actually are. I can work smarter, but when doing this with my with my non-dominant hand, it is a pain. So sometimes it gets a little bit more chunky than I need them to be, and I have a lot of filing to do afterward. Still with my non-dominant hand, so I might need to work a little bit smarter. And then I apply the forms again. I apply some bond gel between the tip or between the smile line and the white tips. And the first layer I almost just paint on the nail. As you can see in the beginning here, I took way too little white every time I was going to pick up a bead. I could have applied a lot more here, so yeah. And this white gel needs to be applied in thinner layers than the clear, because the light has to penetrate for it to be cured properly. So it is quite crucial that you do not apply a really thick white layer, because then you will have problems curing it. First I just almost like paint on. I do not work like this when I work with a clear, for instance. It's more like I paint on first, and then I kind of lift my brush so that it's working more like in the top layer of the gel to smooth it out. And when I'm working on my own nails, I tend to work on one side at a time, and especially since they are so long like this. So I apply gel at one side and then go over to the other. But you have to, of course, know your gel and know your viscosity of the gel, so that you can control each side so it does not run anywhere. So I'm applying 3 layers, and again I probably have applied too much white, but yeah, I need to be better at that. So this is something that I really struggle with, and that is to apply less product. But this is kind of like a trust the process thing. When you know that you have done a good job with the areas that really count when doing your nails, and you know that this is going to be okay, I just have to let it look horrible like right now, and when I'm filing everything, it will all come out really nice. And this is the last white application that I will show you. You can see that I added a lot more white gel, or my white bead was a lot bigger when I got to the second and third nails and so on. So I'm just going to apply the white tips here, and I will be back when I'm finished with this. And then I go in with my e-file and just define the tips, the shape. And I'm using a 5-way carbide bit blue abrasive. And then I file off the bulk from the sides, because those sides of the smile line is quite bulky. So remove the excess before I go over to my hand file. After removing the majority of the bulk with my e-file, I go in with my hand file. I do not like to use my e-file to shape the nails. I do this with my hand file, because then I have a lot more control over the situation. Now also just file in one direction, because you can always check and see where the file has hit the nail. It is also always good to have a filing routine so that you can work faster in the end. It is kind of a method to my madness, even though it doesn't look like it. And after filing, I go in with my shiny top coat. And this is quite a thick top coat, and it does not run all over the place. So you get a really smooth and nice application. I go in with some white gel paint. I do not recall what type of gel paint I used, but use a good paint and you will come a long way. And then I just create some white dots to get this white line a little bit more romantic or enhanced. And I'm using Madame Glam's liner brush for this. I go in with Brillbird's nail art gel. This gel is absolutely fantastic. I even applied this on top of a top coat and my stones did not until I removed them. I have used this a lot of times and this is actually just amazing. I apply some blue and clear crystals with some small caviar beads in between. I think it is 0.4 millimeter. They are super tiny and fiddly, but they all look so good when you use them. They really brighten up a nail, but oh wow, they are fiddly. So I think I applied 3 caviar beads between these stones. And for the tip, I applied some pink beads and with the caviar beads in between here as well. I made these nails actually, I think it's actually 1 year ago I made these nails. And I'm just finally been able to edit this video and put it up. I am really sorry for being MIA for so long, but it has been a tough year health-wise. But I really hope that this is going to be better, and I hope that I can put out more videos for you a lot more often, especially more often than a year. And then I add some more gel in the middle and create a little cluster with some stone. And as I said earlier, this glue is going to keep it in place for weeks. And here are the finished nails. Take a look at that shine from the light. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do, please follow and subscribe and comment if you like. And I will be back really soon, I hope. Bye bye for now. Bye bye.